Hey guys, welcome to A-Roll Budgets, where I'm striving to be financially free one day at a time. Hope you guys are doing good. It is that time of again where it's time to do a debt payoff update. Um, but in this particular thing, it's an update, but it's not much progress on it. So I want to be trying to be a little transparent here. Um, I ended up charging some things to it, and I did a balance transfer. So things are actually a little more than they were. So, but let's get into it because it's still part of the journey. And so I'm going to show it all. Okay. So if you guys are interested in seeing me do a debt update, feel free to stay along with us and see how it goes. Okay. Shouldn't take us too long because this is very quick. My updates are never that long. So let's get into it. So here's what I did this month. I actually did a balance transfer on one of my balances and put it on one of my cards that already had a balance so that I could take advantage of the zero interest. There's a fee for that, but the fee was still cheaper than the interest that I was paying on the credit card. So that's why I did the balance transfer. Along with doing the balance transfer, I actually charged a couple of things on there. So that took it up a little higher too. Um, Plus, I also made some purchases on it too. Now, I paid off all the purchases. I did actually pay off the purchases, but there's a couple of big purchases that I wasn't going to pay off yet because I was using my couple of my actually one of my savings challenges to take care of that. So I'll wait and just kind of when I'm done with that challenge, I'll actually pay this off. So let's get into it. So let me explain what I did on the debt update. So I actually had three cards I was working with. One had one had a balance of, I think it was $7,300. The other one had a balance of $10,450. That's still there. And the other one had $5,000. So what I did is the one that had the $5,000 balance, I got a balance transfer offer. So I took the $7,000 and moved it to here. So this card is zero here, and these cards are zero. But now that balance is over here, but it gives me more time to pay it off too. So I have until next April of 2026, to pay off the balance that I transferred over, which was $7,300. So that's okay. I like having a little more time to do that. But I also made some purchases on it. So what happened is, even though I made a nice payment on it, some of the purchases, two of the purchases I didn't really pay off because I knew I was using my savings challenge for that. So what in the end I had a balance of 5,000. Let me use my pen. I had a balance of 5,850. I transferred the $7,300 over there. Plus, this doesn't seem like it's adding right. Plus, I had some my the balance for my cruise and flights that I added to it. All in all, I think it came up to $15,000 because that is exactly what's on there. But that's not adding up to $15,000. Oh, yes it is. Yes it is. The 73 plus the 26, that's adding up to the 15,000 because that's the current balance. All right. So I have 15,000 on this card, and I got 10,450 on that card. I did make a payment this month because this is a zero balance as well. So I made a payment on this one. This one I don't finish with that one until I think it's January of next year, something like that. But that'll be paid off. So what I'm going to do is, now that I moved it over here, this is gone. I still want to pay this $5,000 off quickly, and I will do that. So I'll make larger payments to that. But for this month, that didn't happen. So I want to be very honest about that. So where I was down, so let's see where we are. This was the progress I was making. So this is the summary. It's a little messy, and I'll probably redo this because this is a little messy. My balance was down to $23,038. But with the balance transfer and a few other purchases, I ended up adding $2,400 to it. So that now makes my balance $2,550. Goal is still to pay this off before the end of the year. And I still absolutely certain that will happen, but I don't get to color any squares today. Actually, I would probably need to erase some squares, but I'm not going to erase them. So what I'm going to do is just leave this here, leave this as this is. And when I get below this 23,038, then I'll start to circle a couple squares. So probably by next month, what is next month? Sometime in April, I should definitely have this below the 23. So that's kind of where we are with my debt update. The good thing is I'm only down to these two cards, and I kind of like that. And neither one of these, both of these are, neither one of these are charging me interest. The only thing I'm paying for interest on is this $5,000, which I want to make sure I pay this off as quickly as possible. The rest of them, of course, be a little bit more time and no interest. So that's what I like about it. Okay. So not much progress is made, but we kind of reorganize some things to make it a little better. I hope that makes sense. Okay. And the last thing, always my update consists of two things. My debt update and my savings update towards that goal of $10,000 I'm trying to save. So for this month, I was already at the 4,000 so far. And what I didn't do is add this. So for the month of February, I didn't add anything extra to it because last month I did add extra. So I didn't add anything extra for February. So I'm going to put for February 25, I added $500, which is because that's a direct deposit to this account. So now the balance in that account is now $4,500. Okay. So, and each square is $200. So what I'm going to do is see how many squares I should be able to color. So we got 4,500 divided by $200. So I should be able to color 22.5 squares. I'm not going to do a half, so I'm just going to stick with the whole number. I'm not going to round up. I'm going to round down. So I should have 22 squares circled. But the last time I had 20 squares, 20 bills colored. So I get to color 2 more bills. So let me add this here. So I'm just going to say this should be 22 bills. And so let me get my green highlighter. And I don't know if this is the right one, but not my green highlighter, my green Sharpie. So we're going to do, let me move this out the way. We're going to color in 2 more squares. So I'm making progress here. Now I could have just taken this money and paid off the credit card, but I don't want to do that. In this economy, I want to make sure that I'm building my savings as well as paying off the debt simultaneously. So I don't want to rob one to pay the other. I'll just kind of work with what I have and utilize my funds accordingly, because I definitely want to ensure I have enough cushion for anything that may come up. I don't think that's the right color, but that's the color that's going to do. All right, so now I have 22 squares, 22 bills colored towards my goal. So I've got another $5,500 to go to meet that goal. Okay. And I'm very confident that I will have this paid off before this 25 paid off before the end of the year. So that's my goal. That's where I'm at. That's what's happened in the month of February. But I anticipate that the month of March will be much better. All righty. So I think that is it. My next video will just be doing my monthly budget breakdown for March. I don't get paid. My first paycheck isn't until the 14th, so I'm not in a rush to get it done. But probably this weekend or the early part of next weekend, I will do my monthly overview as for the month of March, as well as my first paycheck breakdown for that. Alrighty. So I hope you guys are doing well today and hope you're staying on track. I got a little off track, but that's okay. I just want you guys to see that, yeah, you can get off a little track, but then you just get back on it. So I didn't get too far. I knew what I was doing, but I also do know that I have a savings challenge that is directed towards those expenses I put on my card. And I'm almost done with that challenge. So I'll definitely take that whole challenge and put it on, pay that off. Alrighty. So I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a great evening. Let's keep doing what we do. Alrighty. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.